today marks a new chapter in my life. I just bought a house about a week ago now, huge place, and I did not expect for me to be able to put a podcast / editing. It's my YouTube office as well, so it's just very functional, very efficient. You guys know me like that other video. It's all about efficiency, right? So I wanted to make something where I can make content and not be limited or have things take away or get in the way. So let me show you guys the location. So let's start with the studio tour now. I have this Canon printer, the Pro 1000. A lot of you guys don't own this. It's kind of expensive, but trust me, it's very important. And I have yet to finish the studio. I still want to put up a bunch of frames of things that I've shot in the past, just memories, things that I value, and I always like to print out my favorite moments of life. So if you guys have not looked into this printer, I highly recommend. If you guys are a fan as myself with photos, I know I don't do photos as much, which I've been wanting to get back to, but if you guys want to print out some high quality images, this printer is the one to go with. I did get this neon sign right here, which is no frame left behind. If you guys know me, I follow this quote that I live by, which is every frame matters, so no frame left behind. You don't want to leave out a frame that could potentially make the scene or add to the video. So very big on that, and it also became like a different brand for me as well. So that's something that I wanted to get custom made just because I like the message that it tells behind it. And a neon sign in an office studio, it's always a plus. So there's that. I do have these Edifier speakers. I love the bass that these Edifier speakers come with, and they're really, really cheap. Now, if they don't work, I gotta figure it out. They don't work with the M1. I'm not sure if it's only for Windows, but I mean, it looks cool, so I might as well just leave it like that. But I do got to figure out if there's a way to connect these because I do like the sound of these. They sound loud, they're good. The desk that I got is custom made. This desk was actually here. When you buy a house, by the way, you could put some obligations. If you like a certain TV or you like anything, you can always add it in there. It just depends on how the owner might be. But I was able to have him keep this desk here. It has like an oak rustic look to it. Next thing is the computer setup I have. So we have the Mac display. It's very clean. The output is super clear. Colors are amazing. If you guys decide to purchase it, I will highly recommend 100% to do it because again, I love the look, the brightness, everything about the quality of that monitor is awesome. And I have the M1 Mac Studio to pair along with that Mac display. I have a full hard drive here. I believe it's like 14 terabytes. This one runs to the power, and that one is just to back up all my footage. And then I have a bunch of SSDs right here on the side. The one thing many people do not do is buy this right here. Look, let me press it. Foot massager. You guys need to get a foot massager. There is no better thing than to like get a massage while you're editing. It's like a win-win. This is clutch. Highly recommend for you guys to do this. You just can't beat it. Now it leads me to, I gotta figure out, I'm still adding things. So I know I might put some frames up here of work that I've done in the past, some photos, but for now, again, I just got the place, so I'm just kind of like finessing the place up and just kind of building it as I go. Skateboards. Those skateboards, I was a skater before anything, and the reason why I got into filmmaking is because I tore my ACL. So with that, I had to kind of stop skating. I was still able to roll, but I couldn't do any tricks, I couldn't do stairs, I couldn't do anything. So my next best thing to stick within skateboarding was to film my friends, and that's when I got the VX1000. I got the fisheye. Basically, I spent all my mom's money that she saved for me to go to college. I grabbed that and I bought some cameras, and sure enough, she did get mad at me at that time. Over here now, same thing, chocolate skateboard, DGK. These are one of the two brands that I started with. I fell in love with back in the day. DGK was a must-have. Gotta have it because you guys know me. That was everything. Got a little lamp. This one's fully RGB, fully customized. I normally like to keep it like organic, so just kind of do tungsten, but if I want to get creative, I could have the option to change it to whatever color I want. Got the standard camera here. I bought this from Home Goods, which is just like a rustic kind of setup. The reason why I really bought this was because I wanted to cover all these wires, so if I ever do go wide for the podcast, this will cover it. So I mean, it's pretty cool, high quality. It's like $100. Highly recommend for something like that. Just depends if it fits your style. And now we're on to our podcast. So now let's talk about my podcast setup. I have the Shure MV7s, 2 of them, and that's just for me and my girl. We're gonna be running a bunch of podcasts for this YouTube channel. We're gonna talk about business. If you guys want to know about business and how I'm able to invest and do all these other things, leave a comment below with any questions, and I'll try my best, as long as they're good, that people will get knowledge out of. I'll go ahead and break it down in the podcast with me and her. We're gonna do small segments, maybe 8 to 12 minutes. Sometimes could be 30 minutes, but we're gonna try to get straight to the point with those podcasts. And it's called Untold Raw. That is our podcast that we always wanted to do. And I know I've been having No Friend Left Behind for my actual podcast, but this was originally 2-year plan that we've been wanting to do, and we finally have it up and running. So we're gonna get on that. The recorder that I record out of the Shure MV7s is the H6 Zoom. Very efficient, very small, portable. We have a few practical things such as like a little lamp next to the podcast. So it's really that, you know, my goal when I got this place is like, how do I make a place where it's a podcast / editing / YouTube studio all in one, but it's very spacious. And this was it right here. 2 acoustic panels, might add 2 more on each side. And then gotta have candles in your office. You never know, it might smell like booty. You just don't know. Highly recommend for this. And this one smells good. What is it? Midnight Blue Citrus. My girl be finding all these good stuff, so she just knows. Sometimes you might fart a lot, you might be gassy. She knows I need this in my office. I bought this from Home Goods, which is this rustic kind of like oak color theme. It looked cool. I don't know. I really like the style of it. I feel like it blends with this whole rustic vibe here. So I just wanted to kind of add it. I like the legs. It's pretty cool. It's just different. And the one thing that I liked about this place when I got it was there's rug all around. So I could have changed it to make it hardwood flooring, so that way, you know, it just looks a lot better. But for audio purposes, for my YouTube, for my podcast, I needed something that, you know, takes away the echo, and this right away helps a lot. Don't mind the brown on the floor. All right. And then we got the chairs. These chairs are from Target, J. What do they call it? J or something like that. But these were cheap. They were, I think, $150 for 2. Was it $150? So $150 for both these chairs. Very, you know, good on the price. And yeah, if you just want to talk, be like, what's going on? You know, I'm already messing things up, but you know, quick little podcast. You just 2 people talking. We got the main camera we'll have over there. And again, very practical, right? We'll have all 3 cameras laying over there. We'll set up a podcast, and again, everything stays within my house. So that is the beauty of it. You guys might not see it because it might be blown out, but the beauty part is when you look outside, it's covered in trees. It's very nature, very forest in the front of my house. So very beautiful. It's like a good place to work. It's very relaxing. Now let's talk about real quick the last thing, which is the YouTube camera, what I use to make YouTube videos. I have the Sony a7S III. Here and there, I'll probably use that Sony a7 IV. They're the same cameras. And I have a Shinobi monitor just to make sure I'm able to see myself, make sure the framing looks good before I start recording. The light of my choice is Amaran P60X, and that's pretty much for my studio tour. Hopefully you guys like it. Again, it's very roomy, very spacious. Now, if you guys want to see any videos going forward as far as like to gain some knowledge, just leave me a comment below and I'll try my best to get to that video. But again, this podcast one is all about knowledge. It's all about gems. So if you guys want to know something about business, investing, let me know and I'll go ahead and talk about it. Okay. Anyways, love you guys. Appreciate you. Catch you guys next time. Peace.